We have some packing to do today because I'm headed on a flight tomorrow, and this is how it's going so far. Lately, I have been traveling almost non-stop. Just came back from a trip in New York, and we had less than a week back here in LA before we head to Vegas tomorrow. We get back from that trip, and then we've got another trip to Japan, which is going to be the most exhausting trip of all because we're hopping around to 3 different cities. So I can safely say this is the busiest I've been in my life, probably ever. And as a result, I haven't been quite as on top of like my health and wellness routine. Usually I bring it with me when I travel so that I don't lose any time kind of recovering from a trip when I get back from somewhere. And I thought, what better time than now to focus on that this vlog and share with you guys what I'm packing, what I'm doing, and the things that always make me feel my best when I travel. Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm 28 and long trips, long flights especially, really take me out these days. So the goal is to feel good and not like shit after this trip, and I'll show you how we do that. To start off, we're going to finish off the packing, and I'll show you some of the key things that I'm bringing to elevate my health and wellness. Number 1, supplements. These are everyday things for me, so I'm going to bring it with me, even though it's a little bit of a hassle to pack. I could put it in a pill container, but I'm feeling a little lazy. In here I have my matcha kit. This isn't really a health and wellness necessity, but it's something that I'm bringing because I'm not sure what the matcha scene is like in Vegas, so might as well bring my own kit and we can make a couple of hotel room matchas together. For this trip, I'm packing a lot of active wear. Our plan is to be pretty active every single day while we're over there, and it really helps me feel better physically after a flight especially, so lots of different sets we got going on here. Another wellness essential, a water bottle. I recently picked this one up because I have a big Stanley that I've been loving for home, but on my most recent trip to New York, I realized that I wasn't really staying hydrated and I needed something for on the go that is leak proof. So I picked this one up, especially because we're going to Vegas where it's hot and dry. I changed outfits because I wanted to wear that dress I was wearing, but this is my holy grail for right after a flight. It's the Hilma Gas and Bloat Relief. This is all natural, so no drugs. It's just literally plants. Peppermint leaf, lemon balm, fennel, anise, and caraway. You could totally just ingest this as a tea if you had all these herbs on you, but personally I'm not a fan of the way some of those herbs taste on their own. So I prefer it this way, just like powdered and ground up. This is a brand that I use all the time. I'm sure you've seen it. But yeah, I bring this with me and we'll take them as soon as we're off the flight, because what happens when you're in flight is you tend to get pretty gassy and bloated. At least I do. And it's pretty normal because of the atmospheric pressure that your intestines actually kind of enlarge a little bit. And sometimes you end up with like a gassy feeling. Your legs are kind of swollen. You've got like water retention. So this will be very helpful for those symptoms. We're at the airport. We're filling up our water bottles for hydration. Yay! I cannot believe this lobby. We just got to the hotel. I have literally never seen a place like this. Look at this. Dude. Alright, we are checked into our room. We're now like doing our little ritual of putting all of our snacks and our supplements and setting up. Let me know in the comments if you unpack immediately or if you just like live out of your suitcase. I feel like I like to unpack. Yeah, I like to put some things out. Yeah. I'll leave my clothes in the suitcase.
Hang a few dresses maybe.
Exactly. This is our little matcha snack and wellness corner in the closet. And we are going straight to the pool. So we're staying at the Paris Hotel. They have a pool and it's right by like their little Eiffel Tower, which is really fun. As you can see, my face is so much lighter than my body, but it's not really tan weather in LA anymore. It's definitely feeling a little bit more fall. It does get a little chillier. The sun's not really out as much. So we're gonna go catch up on some vitamin D. And then we have our first official itinerary activity tonight, which is dinner. I think it'll be really fun. But I definitely recommend vitamin D or sunshine exposure if you're traveling somewhere where there's a time difference or you're feeling jet lagged. For us, it's not a big deal. We're literally 30 minutes away by plane. But if you're traveling somewhere and you're feeling jet lagged, the best thing you can do is like get outside and get sun on your face. I feel like that always helps me. We're gonna do it anyway. Something that I always take, usually in flight or after flight, is this Hilma gas and bloat relief, because like I said earlier, it really helps with like the gas that naturally happens when you're flying, and that happens because your intestines literally expand due to like the air pressure difference. So we're gonna take one right now just to kind of help ourselves out. The flight was so honestly amazing. Like, this is such a great place to come if you need like sun from LA. I would come again. Well, I haven't really seen anything yet, but come again. For the sunshine, I would come again.
We would come again and stay.
So I'm gonna take my Hilma.
Easy.
So far, my first impressions of Vegas is like, it's like a big amusement park. Like, everything is so Times Square. And there are a lot of things that we have in New York too here, which is really funny. But for adults, obviously. And I could not believe when we landed at the airport, Paulina was like, you're gonna see the slot machines. I was like, shut up. Literally as soon as you land. And then at our hotel, as soon as we walked in, you see the slot machines before you actually get to even like the reception. And the reception itself, so many chandeliers, because we're staying at the Paris Hotel, and that's like the vibe here, but everything is like a spectacle, and I kind of love it. I do feel like Vegas is a place where I expect there to be a heavy emphasis on like drinking and like partying. But I think it'll be fun for us to show you that you can totally have fun and like not have to do those things. I think Vegas has a lot more to offer than that. But also you can do all those things sober too, and it's just as fun. So, okay, we're off to go get tan, and we'll see you later. This is the view from the pool. I love this little frame they have too. We're in Paris. We're gonna head to dinner, and we're going to Crossroads, which we actually have in LA too. It's an all vegan restaurant. Really, really good. Paulina's never been?
No, actually.
So this will be a first. And we'll show you a little fit check. This is what we're wearing. I'm wearing this like white top, jeans, and then these green heels. Oh my god, they're so comfortable. These are actually vegan. I just got them. Highly recommend, but really excited. We're gonna make a stop at the Botanical Garden.
Yes, at Bellagio.
At Bellagio. So that's also another little site. And then we'll have to dinner, and I'll show you. The food's gonna be so good. Exciting. Don't know if we talked about this already, but there are actually a lot of vegan options in Vegas. I don't really know anything about Vegas, but I've always been told that there's so much vegan food here. Even Paulina told me that at the Wynn Hotel especially. So begins our vegan food tour in Vegas. We walked over to the Bellagio to see the Botanical Garden, and it's so pretty, but also it smells amazing in here. Like, it smells so good. Let me show you though. We are now at dinner at Crossroads. It looks a little different than the one in LA. I think it's a little nicer, a little fancier, maybe a little flashier, which feels very Vegas, but it's all vegan. I've eaten at this restaurant before, but it's all vegan, and it's kind of like Italian-ish. Or like mostly Italian, I feel like, from memory, but really good. It's probably one of the most well-known restaurants for vegans in LA, so I'm happy to have it here too. This ravioli is insanely good. Butter bean, pizza, pasta. Oh yeah. Dinner was so good. I'm just trying not to get copyrighted, and the music's playing everywhere, so hopefully I'm speaking loud enough to cover it up. The food was really good. We're walking a little bit now, and then we're gonna go to our show. We're gonna go see the Jabberwockies tonight.
I loved it. The pasta was delicious. Everything was delicious.
I was happy with everything.
Was, like, fine, but everything else, so good.
Killer. I'm just rotting in bed for a quick moment. I'm really, really full. I'm like in a bit of a food coma. We're actually gonna walk over to the show that we're gonna watch. I don't know if you guys know the Jabberwockies, but so crazy because we saw it on just like a little billboard as we were pulling into our hotel today. And I was like, we should go to a show. Like, I wanna go see the Jabberwockies, because if you don't know this about me, I used to be a dancer when I was in middle school and high school. And I loved Jabberwockies. I loved ABGC, like all the dance shows. I've watched them all. And I'm so excited. I've never seen them like in person, so this will be so sick. This is for my inner child, you know? But also when I travel, I don't really worry too much about what I am eating, but I will always try to keep a few things pretty regular. Normally at each meal, I'd order some kind of vegetable, but since today's dinner was a little bit more like Italian, pasta, pizza, I wasn't too stressed about it. I feel like it's really important not to be too stressed about what you're eating because that does not help with digestion and gut health either. Another thing I would say is like eating things on a regular basis that you would normally do at home. So for me, that's like a matcha latte, maybe like a juice of some kind. Lots of water is really key. And then walking after meals is one of the best ways to see the city that you're visiting and also just like help your digestion out. Like for me, it is the best way to get over this feeling of just being so full. We're gonna walk over to the show, digest a little bit on the way, and we'll see you after the show. I can't bring my big camera, so. Oh, we have our sneakers on too. Yeah, so we're ready to walk. Doing our healthy walk. The show was really good. One thing that we kept saying though was that we really felt like it wasn't the original crew that was on like the dance shows and the competitions, which makes sense. They probably branched out by this time, like business wise. It makes a lot of sense. But I was just sitting there the whole time thinking like, what do you look like under the mask? And like, who are you? And like, there's no way you've been doing this for so long that you're not exhausted because they do 2 shows almost every night, I think.
Yeah.
And then they're on tour. I'm gonna make a really quick matcha. We don't have hot water, so I'm gonna try to do it with cold water. I just feel like I need a little something. And also I've been wanting to try, well, I've tried it, but Rocky's new matcha blend. But we're gonna whisk with a little cold water. Listen, desperate times call for desperate measures. We got some almond milk at CVS yesterday, so we'll top it off with a little almond. Paper cup, luxury, or matcha. When in doubt, just bring all your matcha stuff because there's nothing worse than paying an obscene amount of money for a very not good matcha. Let's try it. Morning walk through the casino. Look how pretty. Wow. We are at Earth Cafe, little post Soul Cycle breakfast situation. And this thing happens to me very often where they get my name wrong at cafes. But this is the worst I've ever gotten, and it's Gremin. So you guys can call me Gremin now. I'm changing my channel name to Veggiekins. Oh my gosh. And this is why little blended matcha. Their matcha is not bad with like added ingredients. I feel like with flavors and sugar, almost anything tastes good, so. We're gonna hope for like a 1 or 2 take wonder here, but I gotta do a quick voiceover for a video. I feel like this is the stuff that you never see. This is gonna be embarrassing because I'm always repeating myself, and by the end of it, I've almost like memorized the whole script, so. My friend Jackie came over and she loves matcha, and I told her I would make her something special, so we made these delicious strawberry cream top matcha lattes. They serve cream top lattes at almost every cafe in LA, but I can never have them because they're always made with real dairy, so it's really easy to make at home and just as delicious. To make it, you make your latte as you normally would, and then you blend up some fresh strawberries with some vegan whipping cream, a little bit of maple syrup, and vanilla if you like. And I think she really liked it because she finished this latte in less than 2 seconds. Okay, that was it.
Oh, easy.
It's a little subpar, but that's what happens today. Normally it's like strawberry cream top, strawberry cream top matcha latte. It's really embarrassing. I usually can't do my voiceovers in front of people for that reason, but we are now gonna head to brunch at Truth and Tonic, which is at the Venetian. Apparently this is the first all vegan restaurant on the Strip, and I'm definitely hungry, so let's go eat breakfast.
health.
Some strawberry cashew banana toast. Bean waffle. So pretty. Lion's mane crab roll or lobster roll. Hello beans. My hair is very dirty, hence the slick back. I only ever do this if my hair is really dirty, so that's how you know. But we just spent like the last couple hours at the pool. It was glorious. It was what I needed. I had a very anxious day today, and I was telling her, I was like, I can at least be anxious in the pool, in the sun, like in some nice weather. And I'm loving the weather here so far. I was telling her my skin, I mean, it feels dry, but I've also not really been sweating. So like my makeup just stays put from the morning, from the moment I put it on until, you know, I take it off, which has been really nice. We had a really delicious breakfast at the Venetian. They've got this spot called Truth and Tonic. It's all vegan, supposedly the first vegan, all vegan spot on the strip, which is like where all the hotels are, which is where we're staying. And then we are now heading to dinner at some place that has been highly recommended by, I feel like, a bunch of vegans on Instagram. It's called Chef Kenny's.
Yeah,
Chef Kenny's vegan dim sum. And the menu looks insane. It reminds me a lot of Buddha Bodai, the vegetarian dim sum place, mostly vegan dim sum place in Chinatown in New York. And there are so many restaurants here that are from New York. It's crazy. Everything feels very nostalgic, but I think dinner's gonna be really good. I'm very excited, and I am actually hungry, so it's perfect for that. I just got my period, so it's been a hectic day. And then after dinner, we're gonna go to Cirque du Soleil. I'm so excited. another show. I love that there's just like so much to do in Vegas. If you're like an experienced person, I feel like there's just like an endless amount of activities to do. And maybe we'll sneak in like a Top Golf moment if we have enough time, but yeah, off to dinner. I can't wait. Thank you guys so much for the recs, because this place was highly recommended, and I'm so excited.
Got out of the car and the sunset is so pretty. If you know anything about me, I love sunsets, but look at this pink. Oh my goodness. Who was gonna tell me Vegas had sunsets like this? Hello.
Chef Kenny's vegan dim sum. Okay, we're here. Look at this menu. It's so big.
It's like a Cheesecake Factory menu.
It is. And it's all vegan. That's so crazy to me. Shumai and the vegan egg tarts. Oh my god. Some soup and hot tea so far, but much more to come. Chow fan, veggie duck, house veggie soup, green beans for veggie. Gotta get some greens in. Some vegan egg custard tarts, taro cake or turnip cake, shumai, and hot and sour soup, a little coconut, and some rice. Oh, say hi. I forgot to vlog because I've just been eating and everything is so good. But specifically this turnip cake is, oh my god, incredible. I am so full, you guys, still. It's been like an hour since I got back from the restaurant and I'm so full. We are gonna walk over now to the show to like help our digestion a little bit. But I'm so excited. Tonight's show is gonna be so fun. And they gave me an influencer badge, so I can actually film some of the show on my phone. But still, really exciting because usually you can't film shows really at all. Especially not shows like Cirque du Soleil, but I'm so excited. Okay, bye. Wow guys, look at the nature here and the literal red rocks. Yeah. The landscape is so insane. It reminds me a lot of Arizona.
What a hike. I was not prepared for that. We had a late night last night, so this was pretty rough, but exactly what I needed. And now we're hungry and we're gonna go get some Toast Society.
No, it's the period. I was gonna say, or the going out. I mean, obviously I didn't even drink or anything. Like I went to bed at like 2:30.
Ooh, had like an ounce of Sprite Zero. But I am not doing well. My period is really early. It's like a whole week early, which is, I thought I was feeling symptoms last week and I was like, there's no way. Like I just had it. So I'm kind of like, I don't know what's going on. But makes sense that it's not a great feeling period because it's not supposed to be right now. So looks like we need to get back to some self-care and some hormone care. I have my period. Love to be a woman. Nature is so cool. Wow, this breakfast was so good after a hike though. We really worked up an appetite. We didn't really miss too much. Today was kind of a restorative day. Got my period, like I said, so I just needed to kind of do a little bit more nothing. And I feel like that's really important if you have time on a trip that you're taking to schedule in some time to do absolutely nothing, because you can either explore and do something that isn't on the itinerary or take time to rest, which is very, very important. There's nothing that can ever replace getting enough sleep, which is something that I've learned at the age of 28 the hard way. So that's the goal tonight, get enough sleep. We just had dinner at the Wynn, got a mocktail, and now I'm in bed. I'm dreading taking off my makeup and doing my whole skincare right now. But we'll see you in the morning on the way home. What was really crazy. It is that time. We are checking out. We are going home. I'm very excited to go sleep in my own bed. What a time it's been. I feel like every single day has been so action-packed. More than any other, I mean, that's the case when we travel anywhere, but this more than anything. I just can't get over that one day we started at SoulCycle in the morning, then we ended up at the club. And
I said, I thought it was 2 days.
But Vegas was so much more fun than I expected. I think I knew it was a fun place, but I felt like, what am I gonna do here? I'm like, vegan, I'm sober, I'm this, I'm that. I had a great time. The food options are incredible for vegans. You can absolutely have a healthy time here and do wellness activities and not feel like you have to drink and all that. I mean, obviously I didn't drink a sip and I had a great time. So it's all about mindset and just being a fun person on your own. I feel like if you need alcohol and stuff like that to have fun, I don't think the problem is the alcohol. I think like you're just not seeking out fun things, because there's so many things you could do. Like we didn't even go to Topgolf because we were tired.
That's true.
But that would have been so fun. So challenge yourself to think about fun as not something that is like married to alcohol, because it really doesn't have to be. But anyway, we must go. We must pack. I'll see you in LA. And we're back home in LA after probably the craziest day of travel. I have never missed a flight in my life, and I managed to do that, get on a flight to the wrong airport without my bag, which got sent to a different airport. So I headed from LAX to Burbank, which, if you know anything about LA, is a journey in itself. Finally got home last night and passed out with my contacts on, so I was definitely tired. Today is actually gonna be a day of self-care. I'm gonna start a new vlog. But I just feel like I need to go hard on the health and wellness and the self-care today, because the weather today, it's really gloomy. It's feeling very fall. It's actually kind of chilly, which is why I'm wearing this jacket just to leave the house. We're doing all the self-care things. I'll see you in the next vlog. I really enjoyed Vegas more than I thought I would. It's also a really close trip from LA and a lot warmer. So if you like sunshine like I do, it's the perfect destination from California. An escape when the weather looks a little something like this. Okay, let's head over to the next vlog. I'll see you there. Bye.